Shalom, Israel. Friday night, LASHAWAN QADASH class. I'm Officer Kazak Shapar. We're going to do the 18 nations and the 12 tribes tonight. With I.S.U.P.K. started off 1 West, 125th Street, under Commanding General YAHANNA, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the 12 tribes of Israel. We established in 1969. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group. If it's not under the I.S.U.P.K, the Commanding General YAHANNA, it's not the truth. Yahweh Yahweh Shai, Barak Atah, to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema, Alathah, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, to all the sisters. And we're finishing up from maybe like a week before last, before we got into 18 nations. And we're going to teach a little bit on the 18 nations and the 12 tribes, LASHAWAN QADASH. And we'll take the notes like we said last week. Hold a minute. Make a little adjustment there. We talked last week, where we talked about, week before last, where we talked about the 12 tribes and 18 nations. We left off on the so-called white man, Esau, Adawan. Now we're going to start off with Israel. Israel, we're going to go through Israel, Ethiopians, Egyptians, North Africa, South Africa, French, Russia, Greek, Germany, Spain, and Italy. Hope everyone's joined us through YouTube and all our channels, Facebook. And we'll go over it real quick. We'll get right into it because I want to go over the number systems a little bit also. We have 18 nations. We're going to start off with the first one. Israel was one of those nations. In Hebrew, it's Yasharallah. Yasharallah. We go like Yasharallah. Allah. Where there's power. Yasharallah. That's what Israel. And that's in the paleo. So we're using the paleo. We'll symbolize that in black, and then in red we'll symbolize the Syrian. That's what we've been talking about before. LASHAWAN QADASH has two times where we were in captivity. Of course, we were in captivity through our Assyrian. Our original language is the LASHAWAN QADASH Paleo. And the Paleo. So, and that's pretty much how we have Israel. Like I said before, if you can ascertain and get how it's spelled, we simply translate it. I remember last week when our office went over the prepositions and adjectives. We might touch on that a little bit this week. But right now we want to at least get that. If you remember all that, this is good because you have different prepositions and adjectives. Prepositions are before and adjectives are after the word. So it'll help you break down, help you understand when you write a word, how it can be translated into Hebrew, Paleo, and Assyrian. So we'll start on our next word. Our next word, we're going to go with that word's we're going to talk about the Ethiopians. Of course, Ethiopians are Africans. Ethiopians. So I spelled that right. Right. Of course, and there we call that Cush. Or they also call it Ethiopians. When you see that in the Bible, they're talking about the Africans. That part of Ethiopia And there's one part of Africa, there's 4 nations that come out of Africa. And one of them would be Ethiopia, or Cush. In this case, you can say it in Hebrew, it can be called, let's see, yeah, we got enough room. We'll try to, I got that right. We call it Kawash. Find my eraser here. What we're going to do is, hope you got that, because I'm going to break my board down there just a little bit. You can roll it back, and we'll get that later. Try to keep everything on a straight line. We call it Kawash. One of the nation, Kawash. And Kawash would be Kawash. It's be Ka, then wash. Of course, over here, we call this one, sorry I didn't put the connectors, but it's Ya, Sha, oops, Ya, Sha, Ra, La. That's what, sorry I didn't put the connectors over there for the Syrian, I'm sorry, for the Paleo. But in Paleo here is Ka, then you have to put your connectors, join the Y, the Wa, and the Sha together. Kawash. Once we go over here, we'll put it in Assyrian. Look pretty much the same, only just a little bit different here. Kind of a little like that. Ka. Wa. Gotta put the Wa. Oh, that's too thick. Just like that. Kawash. That would be the Syrian for it. Kawash. Okay? And we'll keep going here. We won't stop too much because we don't want to get through these. It's like part 2 of what we've done before. We have North Africa. North Africa will be the next one. It's 18 nations. North Africa. And out of North Africa, we call Put. Trying to write them nice and big here because we can erase. Guys, just make sure you take your notes like we've done in the past. Make sure you bring a book to class. As you can see what we're doing. We always take good notes. We call that Powat. That's the correct way to say put in LASHAWAN QADASH. Pa and what? And of course, it's translated pa, need a P there. You see that? Pa, wa. Need a wa. Then of course you need a ta. Powat. Write these down in your notes, like I've done there. And then of course you need your connectors. Pa. Then you got to join these two together with a dependent connector to make that sound. Wat. Powat. And of course in Assyrian, we use the red pen. So I hope you guys seeing that at home pretty good. You can see it. Powat. Kind of like, more like that. That's a P. Pa. An Assyrian. Pawat. Then you need a Wa. Just like we had up here. Like Wa. Same thing. Wa. And then of course you need a Ta. Right here. I've seen it like that. I've seen them in different ways, but pretty much in the Tanakh you're going to see it something like that. You may see it like this, like that. Sometimes I've seen them 2 or 3 or 4 different ways, but for the most part, we're going to use this one, this way. That's Pawat. That's North Africa. So when you see North Africa, when you see put in the Bible or Pawat, then what you're seeing is called the North Africans. We're going to move on. We're going to go to the South Africans. Moving pretty fast here compared to the other weeks because I want to get through this and move on to the numbers. South Africa. Call that Canaan. You say Canaan. Those are the people that were occupying the Canaan land that we had. And the Lord said, go over there and take Canaan. Then the people we had to move out. Canaan. Canaan. Spell Ka. Na. Ein. Canaan. Give you a chance to catch up and write that down there. Give everybody a chance to write down. The Y officer died with us. If you like my video, that means I'm doing good. That always pay attention to the officer above me, make sure we're doing things right. So South Africa, Canaan, Canaan. So let's interpret that. Let's see what that is. 12 nations. 18 nations, I'm sorry. Slovakia. We use Ka. Ka. Then we'll have an N here. Sort of like that. Ka, na. Kana. And then we use an I sound here. Looks like an O. Then we'll have another na. Ka. Na. Ein. Well, we're going to put the connectors here. Make these things happen. We want to say independently pronounced. Ka. You see that? Pretty big. Na. Independently pronounced. And then we'll join these two together. Ein. Right there. Canaan. That gives you pronunciation. So when you see South Africa, Canaan in the Bible, they're talking about the people that live in present-day South Africa right now. Make sure you copy these in your books. And of course, we'll write the Assyrian to this. Canaan. Where we at? Oh, yeah. Canaan. Canaan. So let's see if I got some room here. We'll go Ka. Oh, I may have to erase it a little bit here. Lock it. There we go. Canaan. South Africa. Canaan, yeah, that's That's right, correct. Okay, so we'll say ka, and we'll say na. Make sure I'm spelling this correct here. Well, like that. Kana. Then we'll say I. Little funny looking Y there. Then we'll have something here that happens that we that we talked about. Ooh. Kana. Well, I sure missed one, I'm sure. We'll go back and we'll pick that one up here. I think I missed Matazarian, Egyptians, but I'll write that down here in a second here. Man, I did skip over it. It's like it. I missed the Egyptian, but we'll write it here. You can put it in order if you want to. They're one of the African nations. At the ending, the N sound. Right there. That ending N, it looks sort of like this. Or a little, one audience, one of the people in the audience said that that looked like a little candy cane or something, but that's fine. A long 7, however you want to coin it or say it, that's how it's pronounced. So we'll get to the since I missed one there, Salakia. We'll go back and write the Egyptians here. It's one I missed. The Egyptians, that's part of the Red Sea where Moses had to talk to Pharaoh there and put him in his place. Most High put him in his place, destroyed all the Egyptians for the children of Israel, for our sake. That's who we are, 12 tribes of Israel. We're talking about the 18 nations. They basically conspired against us in Psalms 83. These are all the nations, and we're writing some of them right now. And the Egyptians would be called Mizraim. Mizraim, or Egypt. E-G-Y-P-T, Egypt. Okay, and that's called, in Hebrew, it's pronounced Ma, Ta, Za, Matazar, Yam. Egyptians, that Yam makes it plural. Egyptians, that S there. Yam, Matazarium. Sorry, I missed that one. But let's get to the translation of it. And that's what this is all about, a LASHAWAN QADASH class. This is for your notes. So when we move on to better things, at least you'll know what the 18 nations are. You know how their spelling are. You'll know what they're called in the Bible. You know each nation, and you have their translation in Paleo or Syrian. So we say, Im, Ma, then Taza, R for Ra, Matazah, Yum, Matazarium, Matazar, Yum. Then we put an M there, of course, looks like that. So it breaks down like this. Ma, oh, that's a crooked one there. Independently pronounced for the M, Ma. Then we're going to do something here real special. We're going to put the Tazah and the R together. Tazah and the R has to go together. They have to be connected together to make that sound. Tazah, Ma. Tazah, Riyam. And then we go Yum. So we have Independent, cannot pronounce. Dependent connector, ma, tazar, yum. That's how that word is spelled. So when you see Egypt in the Bible, the Egyptians, that's what you're talking about. Ma, tazar, yum. Those were the people. And then we'll do the paleo. And it's a good little lesson, so you'll have endings, you'll have connectors. That's what's important, so you'll understand. You'll have that end there. It won't be this end, it'll be that end, because it's the ending of that word ends with an end, so you have to make that connector happen. Montezari. So let's make an M. That's the start of it. Kind of wicked looking there. We're gonna make this a little better, like this. All right. I think you guys get the idea. Ma. Then we're gonna have this. Taza. Mataza. Then we're gonna have an R here. Kind of cut this one off a little bit there. Matazar. And then we'll have Ya. Has to be up in the air, remember. It can't be down here. It has to be up in the air. Then we're going to do something special here. Instead of using this M, we're going to use the ending M. Because this word ends in M. M is one of the ending connectors, so that's what we'll do. We're following the rules that we established the last 3 weeks that we've been teaching class. That's how it's done. Montezarian. Hope you guys got that okay. I think I'll erase the board. We'll give you a chance a second there to look at that, and then I'm going to erase it, then I'll move on to French. Welcome, Shar, Aban Kara, Napashkaya. Thank you for joining class. Appreciate that. Let's see who else we have here. Jordan Young. Messiah in Christ. Jordan Young. Great. 18 Nations. Well, guys, hope you guys have that. So I'm going to start up top and erase a little. And if you don't pick up on it right now, just roll your film back a little bit and you'll see what I'm erasing here. And that's how sometimes it works. Sometimes we have to do it like that because the board is only so big. If I get something out of order, you know, Salakia, working on my perfection. We're getting there. Thank you for your patience. Friday night LASHAWAN QADASH class. And that's what we're doing, part 2 of 18 Nations, 12 tribes. In translation, and how do we see them in the Bible and what they are. And so we'll have, the next one we'll have is France. Next nation, France, or actually the French. The French, they are called Gomer. When you see Gomer or Gomer in the Bible, you can almost rest assured it's talking about the French or France. Gomer. It's pronounced Ga-Mar. Gamar. 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 So I believe it's like that. Ga. Then you have a M. Ma. Then you need an R. Like that, if I'm not mistaken. Ga. And you put those two together. I'll check my notes. I believe that is. I like to make sure I get things right. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Gamar. That's right. There's a G, M, and R. I like a little, let's make it a little better than that. So for your notes there, for the note's sake, yeah, there you go. Gamar. See France? You see Gomer in the Bible? They're talking about the French people over there in Europe. You know, basically white people. Basically, that's what we're getting out to a lot of these white nations now. And that's, they say so-called white people, of course, we have France, Russia, Greek, Germany, Spain, and Italy. Pretty much all of those, we're just breaking them down from what these nations look like. Gamar. So let's write it in Paleo. Ga. Then we'll have a M. Then we're going to have an R. Sort of like that. Try to write a little large, like I said. That's right. Give it. Yeah, that's correct. God. Man, boy, that's no this. That's right. That's correct. Okay. Then we got Russia. We'll go ahead and erase these two up here. We'll have Russia. What do you think the Russians were called? Online, if you know. Spell it out if you know what it is. I don't waste too much time on this one. Okay. We'll have where's my black pen? Oh, there it is, right there. Okay. So I'm Adrian Clay Ferguson. Glad you can join class. I'm a Posh Kawan. Yeah, sure are good. Great, very good. Adrian, you guys make sure you take notes. You have Officer Shar Banya Howard just took his test, passed his test. Proud of you, bro. Russia. When you see in the Bible Russia, well, you won't see Russia. That's the English version of it. It's going to be pronounced, if I'm not mistaken, Magog, isn't it? Magog. Magog. And that's pronounced Magawag. Wag. There we go. Magawag. You guys can't, some of you can catch up there. Magawag. And that's to be interpreted It's good that you know now the Paleo and the Syrian. So when you guys writing this down, you know now you can go back in your notes with confidence and say Gomer, Gomar. Then you can translate it. And all the other nations we've written and erased, of course, roll your film back. Russia, Magog, Magawag. When you see Magog in the Bible, them the Russians over there. Magawag. Ma. Let's do this. Let's go. M. Ma. Then we're going to go with Ga. That's right there. A little funny looking 7. Quite that long, huh? About like that. Maga. Wow. Okay. Where we at? Oh yeah, that's right. Maga. Wag. Then we're going to write another G. Let's put some connectors on it. Russia. Ma. Ga. Then we got to join this dependent connector there to make the sound wag. Right here. That sound. Wag. Ma. Ga. Independent connector, independent pronounce, independent connector, independent pronounce. Now we need a dependent connector. Wag. Magawag. Give you a chance. Do that, and we'll do the, in red, we'll do the Syrian. We'll do Ma. Ma. Then we'll have a G over here. Ga. Then we'll have a Wa. Quite that long. And then we'll have another G. It's not any connected G, so it's just a regular G out of the Syrian. Magawag. And that's the Syrian for. That's Russia. Then we'll have Greek. The Greeks. The next one. We'll have the Greeks. There we go. And Greeks will be called Javan. You see Javan in the Bible? Javan. You can rest assured I.S.U.P.K refers to them. And of course the Bible says they are through our research. That's Javan. They're the Greeks. We're in captivity. One of our northern nation went up there, stayed there for a little while. And then we're going to say Yawan. Yawan. Ya. Wan. Just like that. Yawan. Okay, so we're going to say like this. For our notes, the alphabet. Refer to the alphabet if you have to. If you have to find out, oh man, what do these letters look like? Just refer to the alphabet. That's a Ya. It's the sound. That's what it looks like in the Paleo. Ya. Of course. Wa. And then, of course, over here, we have the end, Yawan. And so, the Paleo connected independent plural, Ya, by itself. Doesn't need any help, just Ya, by itself. But Wa, in the end, needs each other. They're attached to each other. Wa-na-wan. And that's why we put the connector. Wan. That's what makes it. That's what makes it happen. And of course, we're going to get it in Assyrian here. So remember that Yah goes up here. You can't put it down here. It would be wrong. Nobody would know what that is. So I already enough chicken scratch with the Assyrian through a captivity. Let's keep it up high so we can at least recognize this chicken scratch. Yah, wah, wah sound. Wah. Now, since it's at the end of the word, what do we put? Well, oops. Put that little ending connector. One. Okay? Ending connector. Moving along. We're going to do, we have about 3 more here, and then we'll move on to something else. We'll have the Germans. The Germans. Some people that kind of live over there in Israel right now speaking Yiddish, they stole our language and trying to put little dots and symbols on this stuff because they can't pronounce it, so they have to make it sound in their unorthodox tongue. They don't have the true LASHAWAN QADASH. We do, the connectors. So all we have to do is just write down what we learned in captivity. Same sounds. We don't have to use their tongue. Can pronounce it if I wanted to. We're going to go Yawan. Yawan. It says Javan here. This is J. We don't have that. It's Yawan. They're the Germans. Those are the Ashkenaz. That's those people over there right now that's claiming to be us. Not true. Ash. Ka. Make sure I get this one right. Ash. Ka. Nas. They came over there, 1948, the Balfour Declaration, claiming to be us. They're not. 12 tribes of Israel, who we are. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. We are the true 12 tribes. Not Ashkenaz, not these Germans, not any of these other tribes, especially these people over here claiming to be and take over our identity. No way. We're going to say over here, we're going to call it Ash. The Hebrew pronunciation, Ash, Ka, Nas. So when you see Ashkenaz in the Bible, and this is good to know, all this information, Gomer, Magog, Havan, the Javan, when you see this in the Bible, in this case, German, when you see Ashkenaz in the Bible, they're the Germans. Those not real Jews, fake Ashkenaz. And we'll break that down. We'll get the Paleo and Assyrian on this second here. We'll start off with an A sound. Sorry. Ashkenaz, Ashkenaz, yeah, that's right. And then we'll have a Ka sound, where we have to put the Sha first. There you go. We'll have to put these two together. Ash. Join them together. That would work. Then we'll have Ka by itself, independently pronounced. Ka. Like that. Ka. Independently. Don't need any help, just Ka. Ash. Over here, same thing. Kanaz. A here. Of course, we don't have an E sound, though. That's why we put an A here. Ka. Ashkenaz. And then we're going to go over here and finish. Ashka. Then we put, oh, yeah, that's right. We put an N here. And then we got to put a Z sound. And it sort of looks like a Z. Because that's what it looks like. And so you have to put the two together. You need a dependent connector. Dependent upon each other. Ashkenaz. And we'll write in Assyrian. Ah. Pardon my A's there, they're beginning to look a little open there. Ah. And we'll have a Sha. Ka. Ooh, no room here. And we'll put a, oh boy. Let's do it right. If we're going to do it, let's do it right. Ash, Ka. Nas. I believe it's like this, a Z, if I'm not mistaken. Sort of crooked there, but make sure we have things right. I don't want to give anything out wrong. That looks right. That looks right. Make sure. A little crooked though. And that's the Syrian, how you write Ashkenaz. Ash. Ka. Nas. Like that. Only thing different is just the E and A. But anyway, that's Germany. That's how it looks. All right, and we'll have Spain. They say in Spanish, España, or Spain. That's what they call themselves now. Spain. They ain't hiding from us. I.S.U.P.K. got all the great. We got the hookup on what these nations look like, so we know what they are. We know who you are. Gomer, Magog, Javan, Ashkenaz. We know who you are. You ain't hiding from us. We know exactly what these nations are called. We can even interpret them for you. I'm sorry, not interpret. We can basically write the translation. Magawag, Yavan, Ashkenaz, Gamar. Spain. Let's see what Spain's called. That's Tarshish. That was a famous guy that was in the Bible. That went on the road to Tarshish. Anybody know what that is? Type it in the chat. Who was that character? Anybody know? Type it in the chat. Tarshish. Who was that? That character in the Bible? The Rasha. Va. Ra. Arash. Yash. Anybody know in the chat, type who that would be? That you can hear me? Pretty sure. Some of you guys know, some of the brothers, some of the sisters. You know, character, Tarshish. The character here, Tarshish is mentioned in the Bible. Pretty famous guy that was in the Bible. One of the books is written about him. If I'm not mistaken, give you a few more seconds before I tell you who it is, unless you already know. I'll write out the translation while you guys are thinking about it. Okay, that will be Tha. Yeah, that's better. Tha. Ra. put a Shah with it, so we gotta make them join together. Then we put a Yah, and then we put a Shah. So it's Tha, independently pronounced. And then we put a dependent connector there. Tha, independent. Rosh, well now you have to join the R and the Shah sound. And then you have Yash, the Yah and the Shah sound dependent together, and that's how it looks. That's the pronunciation. So if you see that in the Tanakh, that's what they're saying. Let's see who can remember Tarshish there. Okay. Anyway, that character would have been, let's see. Wait a minute here. Guys, write that down. Right there. Good, okay. All right. Anyway, that character would have been named Job. Remember Job in the Bible? That's who that character was related with. Job, Tarshish. It's a very, very prominent story. How Job was supposed to go deliver a message, got caught up, big fish swallowed him, and he ran fast as he could to preach, to do what the Most High said this time. He didn't take a lot of time. Tarshish, where our people were there. Last one we're going to read is Italy. Oh, well, let's see. Before we go to there, we go with Spain, Tarshish. Let's do the translation here. Tarshish. There. Ta. Ta. Ra. Tara. And we're going to Shah. Boy, that's an ugly shot, isn't it? Let's do that a little better than that. Ra, let's do better than that. There, much better. Then we do a Yah. Then we do another one of these. Shah. Ta Rasha. Ta Rashash. Tarshish. Okay? And we do the last one to be Italy. Then we move on to 12 tribes. We'll do Italy. As we're writing down here, like I said, the words that you miss, the translations that you miss, you can always play them back and write them down. It's best to write and put them in your notes so you'll have it forever in a daydream. You won't forget it. But don't make the mistake of not writing or recording, or you'll just next time we do this, you know, it may be weeks from now. This particular 18 nations, we might do it again. Maybe not. So we'll do Italians or Italy. Let's do Italy. That'll be the last one we do on that one. Italy. We call Kittim. Kittim. Or Kathayam. Ka. Tha. Yam. Give me a second to write that down here real quick. Okay. Chance to write that down. So you see, writing Italy up to the top, Kittim of Katayam. Katayam. Let's write the last one here. Ka. Ka. And then we write a tha like this, little lay down cross, as we've talked about before. Ka, tha. And we write a ya. And we write an M. Like that. And I like to at least do it a little better than that. Let's do this. Like that. A little better. And we'll write down the connectors. Kafayam, that's right. Ka, independently pronounced. Tha, independently pronounced. But you need to draw in yam together, so that's Y here in the yam. That's katayam, just like that. And of course, I put on the bottom line here. Before we erase the board, we'll just do the other in translation by the right here. Ka, tha, remember that ya has to be up to the top. Then we'll have an ending connecting here, so it's going to be like that. Katayam. We'll write that down. We'll erase the board. Give you a chance to write that down. Okay. Then we'll move on to the 12 tribes. Okay. So we hope that you guys got that. Give it a few seconds, a few more seconds there. We'll move on to the 12 tribes right here. Okay. Now, instead of 18 nations, we're going to do 12 tribes. Now, last week we wrote down the actual translation for 18 nations. We're going to get into here. I'll rewrite it again real quick for you in my memory here and on my notes. Ashamawana, Ashara, Gayayam, Show, Ha. That's D. And that's a that would be your preposition there. The. Then we have a word Shamawana. That will be your 18 there. So Sha, Ma, Wa, Na. That's right. Okay, break that down here. Shamawana. And then we're going to be Shamanawa. Shamanawa simply means 8. Sorry. Then we're going to write Ishara. There we go. Ishara. And then we're going to write Ga, Wa. Actually, it's Ga Wa Yam. Not Yam. Ashara in Hebrew is 10. Shamonah, we went over this last week, of course, is 8. So 10 plus 8 is what? 18. That's what we're getting. We'll explain that too when we start getting to real soon here, hopefully this class. When we start breaking down how we come up with our numbers. Ashara, 10. To get 18, you need 8 more, and that's Shamonah, that's 8. Ashara, 10, and plus 8 is 18, so we have the 18, and then of course the last word, we use nations here. Well, nations, Ga Wayam, that's nations. And we'll erase that from the board here. I'll give you a second chance to write that down. We did it last week. Okay, and we'll erase this. Now we'll get into the 12 tribes of Israel. We've gone through, we just got through doing 18 nations. That was India, Syria, Arabs, Chinese, Japanese, so-called white people, Israel, Ethiopians, Egyptians, Northern Africa, Southern Africa, French, Russia, Greek, Germany, Spain, Italy. That's 18 of them. Now let's get into the 12 tribes. First thing we'll do is let's write 12 tribes. Let's write what that is. Well, let's make sure here. Right, that's exactly right. The 12 tribes. Okay, and we have the word ha. The. Write it over here. Ha. It's a preposition there. The. Shanya. Shem Yah is 2. So we'll write that down. Let's write down. Let's follow this here. Let's see. Shem Yah. We have to do it again. We have to say 2 and 10. We have to make this where it happens. Sham Yah. That's 2. Then we'll have Ashara. Ra. Well, like we said just a second ago, Ashara equals 10. Shem Yah is 2. So what's 2 plus 10? 12. Shem Yah Ashara. Ha Shem Yah Ashara. And of course, we'll have 12 tribes of Israel, of course. Sorry. Okay. 12 tribes of Israel. Then we'll write a tribe. Shabbatyam. Shah. Ba. I think this is right. Yeah, that's right. Yam. There that Yam is again. Shabbat is tribe. Put an S on there, Yam. That's why we have that. Ending there. You guys write that down in your notes. Twelve tribes. Okay. I got that written down. Oh, that spelled right. Wrong. The Shanya. Make sure. Yeah, that's right. Shanya. Salaki. There we go. Shanya. Just didn't look right there. Wrote it down wrong. Hashanya. Asherah. Shabbatyam. The 12 tribes. And the first one we'll write is Judah. Like we said, Judah mourning, gates languish, they're black to the ground. Judah. That's what it's talking about. Judah. And that is the name you see in the Bible, Judah. The name given to it is Yahweh. Yahweh thanks. Yahweh thanks. Yahweh thanks. And it's pronounced, we'll use another pen over here. We'll use a green maybe. Yahweh. Well, that ain't gonna work. Yahweh. 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 Judah. Yahweh thanks. And you said Judah. It's pronounced Yahweh. Give you a chance to write that down, guys. Okay. thanks. Okay? Stick with this pen here. And we'll go interpreting again, okay? I'm sorry. Translating them again. Salaki. Ya. Ha. Wa. Da. And we got to put a ha sound there because of this H here. Ya. Ha. Wa. Da. So we'll put in ya. Ha. Then we got to make this sound. Wa. And then we got to make that join together because that's what it is. Da. The D and the H pronounced together would be da. Da. Ya. Ha. Wa. Da. Yahawada. Judah. Or Judah thanks. It's the name given to it. That tribe. We'll write Benjamin. Let's write the next one. Well, let's see. I'm sorry. We got to at least break it down in the Syrian. Can't forget about the Syrian captivity language. I write it down here. We got a little room here. Yah. Ha. Remember, you got to leave that space up there. Yaha. Then you go to wa. Then you get a da. Remember that T looking sound, T looking character. Sorry. Then you get another. Ha. Ya ha wa da. Found that to not. That's when you see that. That's what it looks like. It's trying to say ya ha wa da. When you read the Tanakh or any language that you read, any book that you read, the Tanakh that has Hebrew in it, ya ha wa da. And connects it reads better here. Ya ha wa da, because it's our language. Yahawada. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Adrian said, who is Jonah? Jonah, I'm sorry, I missed it. Jonah. Oh, I'm sorry, I said Job. It's Jonah, Adrian. I apologize. It is Jonah. I said it wrong. It's not Job. I meant Jonah. You're exactly right. Jonah is the one. The Nineveh and Tarshish. When you see Tarshish, it was Jonah, not Job. I have to correct myself, but I knew that. But I'm glad I looked up there and saw your writing. And you're right. It is Jonah. I was trying to write Jonah. I was in a hurry. Jonah. That was the one that ran to get to do what the Most High said, because he wanted to get out of that belly, that well, or whatever that fish that swallowed him. The water, Adrian. The water for that. Appreciate that. The water, sister. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Judah. Let's say Benjamin. Benjamin. Water. Okay. And Benjamin. Let's and we'll erase this one here. I hope you guys got that one. You can get it out of that here anyway. Just for the line's sake, I'll do better in my writing cross. Sorry about that. Okay, Benjamin. Benjamin's a son of right. Son of right. That's the name given to that tribe. Son of right. Son of right. Banyamin. Ban. Yam. Yun. Very good. Yamyan. Yamyan. Okay, well let's write down what the translation will be for Banyamyan. It'll be we'll use black again for paleo. There's that nice looking B there. Paleo. Ban. Okay, where are we? Ba. Then we gotta have an N right there, so it'll look like this. Bond, that means we gotta join them together. We want that sound to come out of there, so that's got to be a dependent connector there. Bond. Okay, very good. So we'll say bond, then we're gonna say yan. All right, let's make that happen. That would be like this. Refer to the alphabet if you get lost on the alphabet. You should. I mean, you guys have seen alphabet enough. Boy, that's not an M. That's an N. I mean, that's not. We'll put an M there. I'm making a few mistakes here. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. And you catch them sometime. I mean, you know, yum. So we'll put a dependent connector on that one. Bond, and we'll say yum. Yum. Then we'll say yan. We'll do the yan. So we'll do another. There we go. Yan. Then we're going to do an N. N sound. So that's a unique translation there for Banyamya. I mean, for the spelling of it. Ban, Yam, Yan. Benjamin. See Benjamin in the Bible? That's how his name is pronounced. Banyamyan. Banyamyan. Let's get this serial written down for it real quick here. Not real quick, because I don't want to make too many fast decisions like I did with Job and Jonah. Adrian caught me on it, which is good. Okay, let's write it about right here. Let's write a B there. Ba. All right, let's write an N there. Let's write a yah. Up in the air, remember? Hope you guys getting the hang of it. M. Let's write another yah. Up in the air, just like that. Now that's an ending connector there, so we're going to need an ending connector going on there, and that looks just like that. Let's check my notes to make sure that I don't want to do no more mistakes like that if I can help it. Bond, yeah, that looks right. Yep, that does. Correct. Banyamyan, son of right. Banyamyan. Day 15, we're doing good all time here. Okay, let's move on to the next one. All right, let's do Levi. I think it's Levi, that was the tribe. Let's see. Judah, basically Judah are the Negroes. Okay? Benjamin, those are tribes in I believe it's West Indies, I believe. Benjamin. And Levi, those are the Haitians, what we call it Loya. And they were given the name join to me. Join to me. Join to me. Okay. And of course, that's their Hebrew name is Law-Yah. Lawyer. Give me a chance to write that one. Join to me. And so we'll say La. L here. La. That sound right there. We'll put these together. La. I think that's a La. I believe it's, make sure I got that right. Oh boy, geez. Well, I got that wrong. Got speaking of Assyrian there. Sorry about that. Wa. And a Yah. Okay. Lawyer. So we'll say lawyer. We'll say law. We'll join these together with a dependent connector, and then Yah by itself. With an independent connector, doesn't need any help, just Yah by itself. Law Yah. And we'll do the Syrian on that one real quick. We'll go a little fancy looking law. Law. Now we can put this wa here. In a hurry there. Get in a hurry, Kazak. Law Yah. There we go. That's how that looks. Law Yah. When we move on to the next one, Simeon. Simeon. We put one, I think we put one more down here. Simeon. 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 Okay? Simeon, this name was called, and this good information that you can write down so you'll never forget it. Affection heard. Affection. You like the word affection? And then heard, like you hear. Affection heard. That's what it means. Literally what it means there. Name given to them. Shamawan. 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 Let's write that. Sha. Ma. Wan. Hope you guys getting the hang of it. Chance to write that down. Sha, my one. Oh, it's not an A. Salakia. Sha, my. It's an I there. Salakia. Okay. Affection heard. Oh, I got this one all written down. Nothing wrong with that. Take my time. Ooh. Sorry about that. And I'll go up there. Goes down here. Sorry about that. Got the lines wrong here. Just like that. Shah. My. One. my, wan. Well, let's find out here. Sha. We use that character. We use the M, ma. Yeah, that's right. Shama. And we'll put an I after it. Then we use a wa. Yeah, that's right. Okay. That's right. Shama. And then we'll use like that. Okay? So we're going to say Sha, independently pronounced. Yeah, that's right. And then we're going to use my. We have to use these together. My. Then we got to use wan together. Dependent connector. So we have an independent connector on Sha, my, dependent connector, wan, right here. That's dependent connector. Wan, that to make that sound happen. So you have Shama wan. Shama wan. Shama wan. Okay, then we'll we'll go ahead and do the Sha here. Before we on the board. Sha, ma, put an I there also. Shama, then the I there, and we got another wa. Right? Yeah. Then we got a wa. Wa sound. That's right. Shama. Yeah, Shamawan, that's right. Then we're going to do a wa. Then we'll have to do an ending connector here. Man, I always do that wrong. Because that N is an ending connector that looks like that. I'm sorry, ending character. That N is an ending character. Sha, ma, wa, sha, my, wan. Of course, they don't have any connectors there, but over here you can see in our old faithful language that we do, and paleo, sha, my, wan. Okay, we'll move on to something else there. We'll move on to the, I'll erase the top half while you guys get that one together, and we'll move on to the next one. Instead of, it'll be Zebulun, which means dwelling. Zebulun. It's a good note writing. Good chance to catch up with your note writing, understanding. All right. Let's see. The water. Officer Shar, appreciate that. Hope the rest of you guys are writing your notes real good. Like I said, Aban Kara, Jordan Young, Shar, Adrian Clay Ferguson. And thank you, Adrian, for that. Jonah. Wrote it down wrong. Yeah. That's Jonah. Wow. All right, let's go to, let's see, what do we have here? Zebulun. Let's write Zebulun down. Zebulun. And like I said, we're talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. This is what we were. That's what we are. We're just now finding out in the last years here, I.S.U.P.K. established in 1969, to understand who we are. And so we're understanding our nation. Simeon, when you call these tribes, Zebulun, Simeon, I was just there. That's Dominican Republic. And was there, I think it was a couple of years ago, a few years back. But Zebulun. Zebulun, dwelling. Let you guys catch up with that right there. It names means dwelling. Dwelling. Of course, they're Zebulun, Guatemala, and Panama. Never been there, but that's really who those are. Those are our people, Guatemalan Panamanians. Zebulun, a name given dwelling. Dwelling. So let's write down the translation for that. Zebulun, Za-ba-la-wan. Guatemala and Panama, Za-ba-la-wan. Let's see. Long word there. Za-ba-la-wan. Make sure I spell that right. Sometimes I'm known to misspell things here. Za-ba-la-wan. Perfect. Okay, good. It's close enough. Za-ba-la-wan. So let's write this. Let's find out. Okay, let's see. Z, za, then let's write a ba, za, ba, za, ba, then let's write an L. That's an L there. Za, ba, za. Then we'll write a wa, ha, wa, ha, wa. Something like that. Make sure you. Jeez, God's Syrian again. Sorry, it's like it. Wait a minute here. Where am I? Zaba. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Wow. Get him cross over to the Syrian there. Wan. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. Make sure. So Zebulun, za, ba, la, wan. So it will be independent connector on the Z, za, ba, la. Now over here we have to join them together, right? You guys get the idea? So it's za, ba, la. Let's put wan there. Right here. Wan. They need a dependent connector. Wa, and then the end. Gonna have, and if you notice right here, that end, we're gonna have an ending character there. So let's get to it. Ending character. Za. For that end there. Za. Looks like that. Za. We'll have a B. Zaba. La. There's that little. Like a little funny 3, but it's like an L. And then wa. I think it's like that. Now we need this. There it is. Because this N right here has an ending sound, we have to put that in, not this in. Not that one. La-ah. which means no, not that one. We're going to use the ending sound, because that's the rules. LASHAWAN QADASH. Okay. Now let's move on to the next word. Let's see. Zebulun. And we're going to go to Ephraim. 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 I am fruitful. That's who they were. I am fruitful. That's what it means. I am fruitful. And of course, those are the Puerto Ricans. I am fruitful. I am fruitful. It's Ephraim. Name of this Aparium, I believe. Let me check. And this is yeah. Aparium. Yeah, that's still the same. Aparium. That's how you pronounce it in Hebrew. Aparium. Ephraim. I am fruitful. Those are your Puerto Ricans nowadays. Guys, catch up with that. Yum. And like I said, roll your film back or be a fast writer, because it's just so much room, and I want to write big so everybody can see. Ephraim. Yum. That's right. So let's see here. I think that'll be like this. We'll write it on another. We'll use some room here. Sorry, it's locked here. Pa. Ra. Ya. Harium. Let's check, make sure. Don't want to give out any bad information here. Harium. That's right. Independently pronounced. Where am I? Oh, yeah. Harium. Harium. That looks right, yeah. And I believe this is Ra, independently pronounced, and then Yam. You have to put them two together. Oh, that's an ugly looking one, isn't it? There we go. You have to put Yam together. You want that sound. Aparayum. Aparayum. That's an independent connection of our holy language. Aparium. And of course, we'll go here. In Assyrian. Pa. Ra. Gotta make sure it doesn't look like anything else. That R is sort of like that. Sort of like that. Aparayum. Make sure you have this Ya up here. Then it has an ending character, M. So that ending character looks like this. Not like this. Not like this. Not that. Got to be the ending character. or that word will be entirely wrong. Apariyam, any connector for Yam. Apariyam. Ephraim. Puerto Ricans.
I drink all my chocolate milk. That was a baby fly.
About 8:36, we got time left for a few more.
I found it!
Manasseh, made to forget. Manasseh.
Mommy. It's on that white
Okay.
mat. I think it went
Okay,
onto the floor.
after Ephraim, we got Manasseh.
Mommy,
Manasseh,
I think it smacked it. I think you smacked it.
Manasseh. Manasseh, and we're going to do Gad. Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Asher,
Mommy, Mommy, what?
Naphtali, and then we'll do the last one is Issachar, Yashashakar.
If y'all finish with, get up. 'Cause I'm not doing that.
Issachar.
If you finish with this, put it in the garbage now.
And we're going to run through these real quick here.
Stuff in the garbage when you finish.
Okay. Do some erasing here. We're going to get them all done this week. Because we're going to introduce them next time. We're going to go into the number system sort of extensively. Okay, so you'll be well-rounded. Then we'll move on to bigger and better things. Or just more things. Manasseh. Manasseh, made to forget. Made, you guys got to write fast, to forget. Okay? Made to forget. And that's pronounced ma, na, sha. You may not even do the interpretation for, the translation for it, because I think by now you guys get it, but if you say ma, na, and then sha all together, you will get it. Like that. Now let's give you guys a challenge. Do it for homework maybe. If you have any problems, let me know next week. Ma, I put the little dots here so you can separate it. Ma, na, sha. You can do it. I just want to get all of them done here. Manasseh, I believe that's Cuba. That's for the Cubans. And Gad, of course, is the American Indians. Call them troopers. Those by Native American Indians, troop. Of course, we call them Gad.
Come back and get it if you can get it.
Like I said, fill out your homework is to do the translation for all of those. At least the paleo and the Syrian. If you have any problem next week, just ask. You should have them. I may even ask you questions about it. Okay? Write that down there real quick.
Mommy, can you open
Okay. All right. That's Reuben. Let's see, who's Reuben? Reuben. C, it's a son. C, it's
Mommy!
a son.
Mommy! You can, there's an owl. Mommy, let me get it.
Clean up first.
It's a son.
Put your stuff in the garbage.
Okay. That's Reuben. Reubenites. Those are your Seminole Indians right here in the United States. Seminole Indians. Used to be called them runaway slaves, but they're actually Seminole Indians. It's a son. I believe that Reuben was the firstborn of the 12 tribes, if I'm not mistaken. See, it's a son. And Asher means happy. Happy. And that, well, I'm sorry, see, it's a son. Now, let me go back to Reuben. I'm sorry, I apologize. Salakia. That's Ra. Its Hebrew pronunciation is Ra, Wa, Ban. For instance, what I'm asking you to do is when you say Gad, you go Gad, and then you go like that. Gad. So that's your, for next week, I want you to come up with the translations for them. And we just said because of time here, I want to make sure I get them all done. Ra, Wa, Ban. So it's Ra, Wa, then Ban. That way you know your connectors there. I'm doing it sort of so you can help on your connectors there. We'll check you next week, hopefully. Happy, Ashar. Ashar. Boy, that's got to be an H in there, doesn't it? Ashar. There we go. Ashar. Ashar. Asher. If I'm not mistaken. Asher is Colombia and Uruguay. That's who you call our tribe now. If they're in Colombia and Uruguay, they're Asher. Their name means happy. Happy. You know. Colombia and Uruguay. Those people there actually are our people. Asher. We're talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. Let's see, what's the next one here? We're almost done here. Naphtali. 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 They're called My Wrestling. That's the name. My Wrestling. My Wrestling. And you call them Napa. Napa. Ba. Yeah, that's right. Napa Thal. Ya. Ya. Napa. If I'm not mistaken. Napa. Oops. Like that. Napa. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm sorry. Like it. Oh, yeah, okay. Right here. Move this back a little bit, so you at least got to have a fighting chance there. Na, put a dot there. That's a separation. Na, pa, then tha. You're going to need a dependent connected right there. Give me some help there. Then you cross ya. And you guys, like I said, I know you're smart enough to handle that because we've done this many times now. If not, we'll go over next week. Help out. Napathalia. The last one we'll do is Issachar. 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 His name means he is hired. He is hired. He is hired. You know, our brothers over there in Mexico come over here, you're talking about hired. How you think we eat our vegetables? How you think we get our produce? He's hired. Hard working people. Those are our people. Issachar. Mexico. You see a person in Mexico? Issachar. He's hired. And his pronunciation is Yash. Yash. Like that. Shah.
Mommy, why
And then it's K-A-R. Car. Yasha. Like it. Yashakar. Yashakar.
What are you doing?
So when you got Yah,
No. Why?
You did it.
Did what? I did what?
Shah is one of our. You're gonna need there's a Shah in this word also, but they took the A off because you don't need it because you join with the Yah, it'll be Yashashakar, but it's Yashakar. And of course, if you read them in Genesis 49 and Deuteronomy chapter 33, you'll find where we get these names from
I can't do that.
for the 12 tribes. We got about yeah, okay, good. Now what I'll do, hope you guys write those down. Got a few seconds left in class here. I'm going to introduce something like I said. We'll introduce the number system, but we'll finish it next week. The number system.
How can you do that?
So a cod is your first number. A cod is 1. A cod. Let me make sure I find it here. I don't want to make too many mistakes here. A cod. Kod, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai. I'll make sure I find it here. Okay, here it is right here. Make sure. Okay. LASHAWAN, QADASH, these will be our numbers. This is an introduction. Okay? A cod. A cod. That's your number 1. Okay? Then you're going to need Shanya. And if I spell something wrong here, I'll correct it. All you have to do is say, hey, does that look right? Okay. In other words, if I put Shanyai there or something, Shanya, and we're going to have Shalash. Shanya is 2, of course. Shalash. We'll get into as far as we can. Then we'll just write 1 through 10 here. Shalash. Then 4, we'll have Arabah. Arabai. Ooh, boy, that's wrong. Gotta put an H there. Let's do that. There we go. That would be your 4. Okay? Akah, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai. Okay, now we're going to need 5. And I believe that's Kamash. Ka. Yes. Kamash, that's right. Kamash. Okay, that's 5. All right. Then you have Shabai. I'm sorry, Shasha is 6. Shasha. Shasha. Shabai. 7. We're going to have Shamawana, that word that we have 18Nation. This will be 8. Sha, ma, wa, na. That's 8. And 9 would be, tired of going bending down there. 9 is the Shah, I believe. The Shah, I believe. I believe it's that. Let me make sure. You spell it right anyway. Basha, I did it right. Okay, good. Basha. And then we have Asherah. And that's all we're going to do this week. We're going to go over next week I'm going to start making bigger words out of these. I'm sorry, bigger numbers out of these. Ashara, yeah. Got to make sure we spell them correctly if you want them to be broken down in their translation. 10. And that's all we have for today. Pretty much, that's the first 10 letters of the LASHAWAN QADASH number system. Numbers in LASHAWAN QADASH. We'll start making more, how we get the plurals and how we get the higher numbers. We'll do that next week. Okay? Good. And we welcome Officer Maradakia. Thank you for coming in class. Like again, we'll let you guys write those down while I get the security announcements. So we had Officer Bond for Rob. That's good. We had Officer 500 there. We had Jordan Young. We had Officer Sharban YAHANNA. Always good to have Shar in class. And Adrian Clay Ferguson, all the way down there in Charleston, South Carolina. Miss Adrian. And if I pronounce people's names wrong, just let me know. And then, of course, we have Officer Maradakia. Maradakia. Just write them down so I can get them, so I'll understand what we have in class to class. And thank you guys for coming out and enjoying yourself in class so we can understand LASHAWAN QADASH. We got to our numbers. We got about 7 minutes here, so we'll do some announcements. Okay. I.S.U.P.K. announcements, security announcements. We're the I.S.U.P.K. started out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. A rule for a new brother and sister. When a brother and sister come to school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, or he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After 6 months, period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. The tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:18 means tenth. In Hebrew, M-A-I, Shah, S-H-A, Ra. Ma'ashara. We'll get into that word too. It means tenth. If you look at it, Ashara, it's in that word. Ashara. Ma'ashara. Or the tenth. The tenth. That's pretty much how it's interpreted. What was that? See, LASHAWAN QADASH will go crazy there. 10% of every penny of every increase. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, the Most High gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like, upcoming holy convocations. Of course, we're going to have the Passover, the 14th day of the first month, Saturday, April 20th, at sundown. It's a lot. The Passover was postponed. It was to be. But get with your camp leader, get with an officer in I.S.U.P.K. to keep abreast of when the Passover will be. Salakia, that was the old date. but you'll find it in Exodus 12, 12, 1, 51, Leviticus 23, 4 and 5, 1 Corinthians 5, 7 and 8, 2 Corinthians 30 and 17. Okay? Remind Akim and Aquith, that's the men and women, to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, and headband, and scarf. For that say, Shalom. See you next week.